Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name's Nicole if you're new here, and here on We Mama I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational videos. So if you like that kind of content, I would love it if you could stick around and subscribe. Today's video is going to be Nina's 9-month update. She's not here with me. I have found it increasingly hard to film these kind of videos when she is sat on my lap because she just kicks off. She doesn't want to be with me anymore. She wants to be off exploring, especially now that she's crawling. And before we even get into this, I apologise for the state of me. I still have not had a haircut since the restrictions have lifted. I can't actually remember the last time I had a haircut. I think it was 2019. Also, it is about 27 degrees out, so I am a melting puddle. It is also 7:30. I'm filming this while Nina is asleep. So I thought, you know what, while it's light, I'm going to take advantage of this while they are both asleep. I need to get this video filmed, and whilst it's still light, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it. So yes, Nina's 9-month update. She is just bursting with character and she's just so different. I can't help but compare her to my first. I know I shouldn't compare, like I can't quite get over the differences. It's just interesting to see how different they are. Nina is not yet confident when she stands up, so she's on the move, but whenever she gets to a tabletop, she isn't quite confident enough to stand up yet. She will just raise herself onto her knees and she doesn't quite know how to lift her legs up to pull herself up. Yeah, she's just finding her balance yet. She likes to just check her boundaries, lift herself up and just see where she can go from there. She absolutely loves to be held and, you know, tried to walk. So, you know, when you hold her hands up and get her to walk along. First of all, she was having none of it. She just wanted to sit down whenever you held her up. But now her legs go so fast, she just runs. She's like a Flintstone, just likes to paddle her feet across the room. She is crawling so fast. At the beginning of the month, it was kind of still a bit gradual, like she was crawling a bit. She'd take like 3 steps and then sit down, to assess where she wanted to go next. Now she knows where she's going and she goes straight for it. I can't quite believe how fast she was. I don't remember my first being that fast. Sometimes she's like, I look up and she's in front of me. Next thing I know, she is out the door. She's at the front door chewing on the shoes. So she's fast. She still crawls on her hands and knees. She loves the walker. I mentioned this in my previous update, but she was still kind of getting the hang of it and she didn't go very far and I thought that was because she was on carpet. Now, a couple of weeks later, she is like a tornado in that thing. I actually really don't like putting her in it because she destroys everything. And before it was just the kitchen. She's on a kitchen ban. She's not allowed in there. Even my mum will like barricade her in the dining room. She'll roll up the mat and put it against the dining room door so that she can't get in. But she's lethal. She literally just barges into everything. She just swipes everything. It's carnage. So currently, I'm not a fan of it. In my last few updates, I mentioned how good she was at sitting on her little toy mat and how good her attention and focus was on her toys. Now that she's crawling, that's gone out the window and she's just not interested in her toys anymore. You know, everything from teethers, her little egg box and mixing bowl, she used to love those. Now, toys are just not an interest of hers. Now she's on the move, she wants everything that she can't have. The TV remote, my child's Crocs, my sandals, anything that she sees, she owns in on and she wants, and she will throw a paddy, like a big tantrum if she can't have it. If we take something off her, like she's slobbering over a shoe, for example, she will not be happy. She has definitely got a temper when you take those things off her. Definitely the French side. But aside from that, I did just mention that she wasn't interested in a few things. She still does kind of show interest in her books. She loves books. She loves flicking through them. chewing on them. And I've noticed that anything wooden, she loves wooden toys to chomp down on. She is teething, so I think that's why. I have just reintroduced Didier's Noah's Ark toy. I do toy rotation, so I've just brought that back down out of the cupboard, and they've both been really enjoying that. And of course it's all wooden animals, things like that, so she has loved that. She is now really showing an interest in the TV. She never really was interested in it before. I think it's because she did have her own toys on the toy mat and she would just sit and chew those. But now we notice like she's just constantly glued to the TV whenever it's on. Particular TV shows she will not budge from when she can see them, such as a French TV show that we watch. We have one called Monde des Titunis, which is a French TV rhyme and cartoon. And my battery died. Always happens. Picking up from where I left off, yes, Nina is really enjoying our French TV show. If you don't watch my channel, my husband Matthew is French and we are trying to teach my little boy Didier and of course Nina to be bilingual. And because my husband is a chef and he works very long hours and I'm not fluent in French, we just can't do the OPAL one parent, one language method. So I really wanted to expose them to the French language, and I found that from a young age, the best thing that I could do to get that French language in was to put on a French TV show. And I found the perfect one, Monde des Titunis, where they sing about numbers, vegetables, colours, vehicles, you name it, classic French nursery rhymes. They've got it all, and I have basically put this on from birth for both of my children, and Nina has now just become obsessed with it. Whenever she hears the music and the singing from this French TV show and is just, you know, enthralled by the TV whenever it's on. She absolutely loves going in the pram. I think I've mentioned this before. She does get really excited when you start buckling her in and she's like, she'll move like that, like she can't wait to go. I put this down to her being a pandemic baby because she's just used to these four walls of the living room, bless her, but she loves to be out. More recently, I've noticed that she likes to be forward facing now. She does not like to be facing me. But yeah, she loves to be forward facing. She loves to see what's going on. She's really nosy and she loves to be out and about. Her favorite place is the park. She loves to be on the swing. She's not that impressed when I put her down the slide. And she just stares at me like, what are you doing to me? She's definitely more impressed with the swing. She still absolutely loves a bath. She is no longer in her Angel Care bath seat because that one was like quite reclined. Now she has been sitting up and aided. Recently my mum gave us a bath seat, a sitting up one, and that's been quite helpful. I don't think she's the biggest fan of it because it has got a barrier like around her stomach, so whenever she leans forward to grab bath toys, she can't quite reach them, so she gets quite frustrated by that. But as soon as you give it to her, she's quite easily distracted. As I mentioned, she absolutely loves her bath time. I think she is a real stickler for routine. She likes to know that, you know, she's going to bed, getting her bottle. She likes to be organised. I don't know where she gets it from. She is now starting to babble and really yell out when you chat to her. Last month, she wasn't really doing that at all, but this month she's definitely started babbling this month. So I have been continuously saying over and over for a while now, getting her to say like mama mama, and she has started to do it. She will definitely say back mama mama mama, and it's really sweet because I think she's doing it in context as well, like when I leave her room she'll go mama mama. I put it down to her breastfeeding. We've definitely got a bit of a different bond there where she's a bit more attached to me. I personally put this down to her being born in the pandemic. She doesn't really see any other family members. My husband's gone back to work now, so she doesn't see him as often. And now that I've gone back to work, I've definitely noticed a shift where she has started to get a bit more clingy. When I get home from work and my mum's put her down, I will go in to see her, and if she wakes up, she's instantly wide awake again because she wants to see me. I feel is definitely getting a lot more clingy since I have returned to work. She still absolutely adores her brother. No one quite makes her laugh as much as Didier does, and it is just the sweetest thing.
Gentle. Give a little kiss. Give me, oh, don't drool on her. Give her a little kiss then. Did he know? Gentle. Give a kiss.
She also loves to talk to him. She will shout and babble to him and he will talk back to her. And she loves like blowing raspberries at him and vice versa. They love to play, but they also really wind each other up, which I wasn't expecting this early on. They are 9 months and 2.5 years. The other day I actually shouted at them both like, will you two stop fighting? And I was just like, I can't believe I'm already saying that at this age. I was definitely expecting that when they were like 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, not this early. No one prepared me for that. And also, as I just mentioned, I think she is getting a little bit clingier to me now that I've gone back to work. And I think she does have a tiny bit of separation anxiety, as I mentioned. Now that I've gone back to work, whenever I leave a room, she will cry. And like the other day when I left her to go to work, usually she's not been that bothered, but when I kissed her goodbye, she actually cried and she just got really upset and was like, mama, mama, mama. And she's never done that before. I definitely think the separation anxiety is there with this one. I love that she always puts her arms up when she wants to be held. So whenever you go near her, she'll put her arms up to be held. And also whenever you sit down close to her, she will now crawl straight onto your lap, which is really lovely. And she absolutely loves to play peekaboo. Definitely one of her favorite games at the moment. She now has 8 teeth. The bottom one, like the 8th one, has just cut through. Literally just like through the gum, and it's been a long time coming, but it's so funny because all her other teeth she got together, like they all came in a set, like one popped and then the other one did, and they both like grew together. But when she turned 7 months, she got her tooth next to her 2 bottom ones. We just had 1 tooth, so whenever she smiled, she just had like a wonky little smile. It was so funny, just because she'd smile and like she'd put her mouth to the side, and obviously she's got 4 here and 3 down here. So funny. But yeah, no, it's finally popping through. It's quite hard to watch because I think she's really suffering with this one. The last time she really suffered with her teeth was her first 2 bottom ones on Christmas Day, and she was so poorly Christmas Day. But now, yeah, all the other teeth she didn't really seem that bothered by, just got a little bit grizzly every now and then. But this one, she's having like everything, like all the symptoms, like the bad poos, the snuffles, the high temperatures. So yeah, this one is not being kind to her. And the worst thing is when she like bites down on her finger. She's done it quite a few times now, and she really hurts herself. She's also a bit more difficult to get down to sleep when she's teething. I think she just wants to be comforted a lot more, but at the same time I feel like she doesn't really know what she wants. She doesn't want to be cutched up, and she doesn't want to be put down either, so I find it really hard to figure out what she wants, because obviously she doesn't know what she wants either. At the moment she goes to sleep for around 6:30. She just can't cope with going to bed any later. She's usually dropping. She gets really like aggy at tea times if we're taking too long. She will usually wake up for a bottle anywhere between 10:30 till 1:30 for a bottle, so we'll get up and make her that in the middle of the night, and then she will wake up sometimes around 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock for a bottle. Depends how full she is or how well she's eaten during the day. I definitely find that when she is teething and she's poorly like that, she tends to wake up a lot more for the bottles because she's not eating during the day. And the other day she actually slept through like 2 nights in a row for the first time. We put her down to bed at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, I can't remember which one, 2 nights in a row, and she didn't wake up until 6 o'clock the next morning. It happened 2 nights in a row, and it's never happened again since. She's still woken up once or twice, but again I put this down to teething, that she just had 2 really good nights sleep. But it was great. Me and Matt were just like, did you make a bottle last night? I was like, I didn't make a bottle last night. She still naps twice a day, usually around like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then at around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I don't like her to sleep past 3 o'clock because otherwise she will not be going to bed. She really loves her food, but she can get bored quite easily. Again, an experience that I didn't have with my first. She really loves to like enjoy her food straight away, but then she will just start getting bored when she's had enough and throw it away, whereas my first never did that. He would just bombard you until he had more. She absolutely loves cheese, broccoli, yogurt, avocado, strawberries and pasta. she is a happy bunny if she gets any of those. We are mostly weaning her with like baby-led weaning, giving her like a whole strawberry for her to just chomp on. But since my mum has been looking after her, my mum is not confident with the whole baby-led weaning. That's a whole like new thing for her and she's not comfortable with it. So my mum has been giving her purees, which I haven't done that much of because she's really been enjoying the baby-led weaning. But I feel like she has now reverted back to the purees and being fed a bit more now because of that, which isn't a bad thing, but I have noticed that whenever I try to give her like a whole piece of food now, like a stick of cheese or a whole strawberry or like a sliced half banana, she will start gagging and choking, which she never really did before. So I don't know if it's because she's been used to the purees or if it is just because she's getting older and she's hungry and she's actually like shoveling it down. But yeah, lately she hasn't been so great with baby-led weaning and I am now a bit nervous giving her big chunks of food now because of that. She is drinking water from a little green Munchkin 360 cup. I can't get her to hold it and it was a bit touch and go at first, but yeah, she cannot take it to a straw. So throughout the day, I just have to like tip it up and get her to drink it. She's so funny. She absolutely loves drinking this water. I think it's just a whole new sensation for her. She'd take a sip and she'd just look at you and like give you the biggest grin, like, what was that? And for appearance wise, she's definitely getting really long and her hair is coming through. Still, it's just like really silky. It's definitely growing slowly but surely. She's just starting to come out of 6 to 9 clothing. She's still in a few onesies, but a few of them I have had to like put into storage because they are getting a bit tight for her. So I think definitely in the next couple of weeks she will be in 9 to 12, which I'm really not ready for. So guys, I really do apologise about this video being split. I'm sure it's got darker. Even though my camera's been on charge all night, yeah, it just decides to die, so that's great. Hopefully it didn't make too much of a difference. And if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Please leave any comments down below. I love reading them and getting back to you. If you like this kind of content, I have lots more videos linked down below of my daughter's updates and my son's if you're interested. And again, if you did like this video, I would love it if you could consider subscribing. I post content every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock and I would love to have you here as a viewer. Thanks for watching guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.